Today I'm going to be doing Team Florida versus Team California to figure out which state has the best NFL team if we combined all the teams in the state into one singular team, man. So let's go ahead and get to the first team. Starting out with Team Florida, represented by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who have the Buccaneers, Jaguars, and Dolphins all into one team. They're 89 overall, 88 offense, 91 defense. And as you can see, the team is set up like this, man. You got Baker at quarterback, you got Bucky Irvin, Devon Achane at running back, you got Allen Ingold here at fullback, you got Tyreek, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and Jalen Waddle at wide receiver. You got Jonnu Smith, you got Cade Otton at tight end. The O-line, let's see if I can, okay. Is it, I don't even know how to say his name. I'm never gonna try. We got, is it Mulch? What are these old lineman names? But we got Brewer, I can say that one. Cleveland, and of course we got Tristan Wirfs here at left tackle. And then on defense, we got Izayah, we got Devon Hamilton, we got Josh Hines Allen, we got Zach Sealer, and then on the outside right here we got Jalen Phillips, we got Forsade Olakun, and then you got Levante David, Devin Lloyd in the middle. For your secondary, you got Jalen Ramsey, Jamel Dean, Jordan Lewis, and I forgot what his first name is, but we got McCullum. We got McCullum here at the cornerbacks, and then you have Tyke Smith at strong safety with Antoine Winfield at free safety, and then on special teams you got Logan Cook at punter with McLaughlin here at kicker. So, and here's the specialist positions if you care to look at those. But we're gonna go ahead and see what Team California talking about, man. Let's go there. All right, we got Team California, who coming in at a 92 overall, 93 offense, 91 defense. They're represented by the Los Angeles Chargers. They have the Chargers, the Rams, and the 49ers all on their team, which just off a name alone, you probably expect them to like blow out Team Florida. But we're gonna see how it goes when we get to a game. But we got Brock Purdy here as starting quarterback. Yes, he's technically higher overall than Justin Herbert. Yes, so y'all, if y'all want to argue that, I ain't got no control over that because he's the high overall. Then we got Christian McCaffrey here, along with Kyron Williams. We got Kyle Juszczyk at fullback. We got Devontae Adams. We got Brandon Ayuk, Puka Nacua, and Ladd McConkey at wide receiver. That's a great wide receiver room. And then you got George Kittle at tight end with Tyler Higbee. And then we got Slater, Becton, James. I think it is James, right? And then you got Dotson, Williams here at O-line. And then on defense, we have Poona Ford along with Tart. Then you got Nick Bosa and Kobe Turner on the outside, well, on the ends. Then on the outside, you got Khalil Mack along with Jared Verse. Then we got Fred Warner and Henley here in the middle. For your secondary, you got Lenore with Steele. And then who else we got? We got Williams, and we got Dante Jackson. And then you have Derwin James here at free safety, along with Molden here at free safety. And then we go to special teams. We got Cameron Dicker and Scott here at punter. So that's what we're looking like for Team California, man. Obviously, they look like the favorites. They look like the team that's gonna dominate. But we're gonna have to see when we get to a game between them. But first, we're gonna simulate through a season and see kind of just like what the stats and stuff look like. And then we'll get to a game between Team Florida and Team California, man. Let's go ahead and get to the end of the season, man. Let's go. Okay, we're here at the end of the season, and you see the Chargers here, 16-1. All right, and then you had the Buccaneers, who went 12-5. We're gonna go ahead and check out, see who these teams lose to. Okay, first let's take a look at the Chargers, man. Let's see who they lose to. They only lost one game, and they lost to the Baltimore Ravens. Of course, that's the case, you know what I'm saying? My favorite team getting the job done, you know what I'm saying? And let's go take a look at the Buccaneers, who they lose to. They lost to the Commanders, all right. They lost to the Eagles, okay, understandable. They lost to the Chiefs, okay, and they also lost to the Chargers, all right. So, and they lost to the Cowboys. Okay. So all of these losses were understandable. They were understandable. Nothing crazy. They didn't lose to like the Jets or something like that. So now let's go to look at the stats. Okay, let's talk about Team Florida first. Well, we got Baker Mayfield throwing for basically 4,000 yards, 38 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, 70% completion percentage with a 104.7 rating. Got sacked 23 times throughout the season. Let's see, Bucky Irvin put up 972 and 10 touchdowns. Achane put up 375 and 7 touchdowns. Baker did his thing on the ground with 303 touchdowns. And then Tyreek, 1,010 touchdowns. Mike Evans, He didn't get us 1,000 yards. No, Baker, how could you do that to Mike Evans, man? You know you got to get that man 1,000 yards. But he had 924 and 7 touchdowns. Chris Godwin 800 with 16 touchdowns. Okay, that's insane. All right, let's go to defense because I can't really do nothing about the blocking. We'll look at the block, see who giving up a bunch of sacks. Okay, Tristan Wirfs give us 7 sacks. You're the best offensive lineman, man. Come on, man. Levante David leading the way with tackles with 104. Second place is a tie with 67. Levante David was just everywhere, huh? Tackles for loss. I see a lot of tackles for loss. 21 for Vita Vea, 16 for Josh Hines Allen, Jalen Phillips with 9. Okay, so they was in the backfield. Okay, sacks. We got 21 sacks from Josh Hines Allen. How did he get 21 sacks and 16 tackles for loss? Do the sacks not count also with tackles for loss? Is that separate, or am I tripping? All right. Anyway, 21 sacks for Josh Hines Allen. 8 for Jalen Phillips, 7.5 for Vita Vea, 7 for Zach Sealer here, and then we go to interceptions. But we got 5 for Levante David, 3 from Jamel Dean, 2 from Jordan Lewis and Winfield, and then 1 for Olagun, Lloyd, and Ramsey. Let's see for some fumbles. You got to tell me only 3. Y'all forced 3 fumbles, which I recovered 6. All right, interesting. No block field goals, no safeties, no defensive touchdowns. Let's see about the kicking, man. Chase McLaughlin, you didn't miss an extra point. That's good to see. And you missed 5 field goals. All right. 3 of them were blocked. Okay, I give you a pass. Logan Cook punted 40 times. Here's the kick return stuff. You did get a kick return touchdown, and then here's the punting stuff. Let's go to Team Cali. Brock Purdy with 4,200 yards, 36 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 71 completion percentage, a 115.4 rating. Also got sacked 23 times throughout the season. Christian McCaffrey with 1,400 yards and 20 touchdowns. Kyron Williams with 400 yards basically and 3 touchdowns. Brock Purdy with 6 touchdowns of his own with 293 on the ground. Receiving wise, Brandon Ayuk 1245 and 13 touchdowns. Devontae with 960 and 6. Kittle with 803. Puka with 510 touchdowns. And Chris McCaffrey got some on the ground, some through the air as well. Blocking. We got 8 sacks given up by Trent Wood. So the 2 best offensive linemen between both teams give up the most sacks. All right. Anyway, Fred Warner leading the way with tackles with 100 on the dot, followed by Daiyan Henley with 98. And as you can see on down, and then tackles for loss. We got 9 from Bosa, 7 from Henley and Turner, 5 from Mack and Puna Ford, and then we go to sacks, where we got 20 from Khalil Mack and 19.5 from Nick Bosa. My God. And then you got 6.5 from Kobe Turner and 5.5 from Jared Verse, man. Yeah, that's scary. Khalil Mack and Nick Bosa is scary. 4 interceptions from Fred Warner and Daiyan Henley. Look at the linebackers, man. And then you got 3 from Derwin James, 2 from Lenore, and 1 from Williams, Tony Jefferson, and Molden. And then let's go to fumbles. But they also only forced 3 fumbles, and they recovered 4 of them. All right. And then let's see, they got a block field goal. Nope. Safety. Nope. Defensive touchdown. Nope. All right. Cameron Dicker, he didn't miss an extra point. There we go. And then he missed 6 field goals. He only had 1 block. All right. J.K. Scott punted 31 times. Here's the kick return stuff. Here's the punt return stuff. But you got a punt return touchdown, and that is it. Let's go to the game between both of them. Let's see what happens. All right, here we go, man. We got Team California represented by the Chargers, and we got Team Florida represented by the Buccaneers. Who y'all got coming out on top? Is it Cali? Is it Florida? Cali looks like they got the better roster. But will Florida come around and shock the world, man? Y'all gotta let me know. Let's go ahead and get to it, man. Team Cali, Team Florida, let's go. Okay, Team Florida with the ball first. We're gonna watch like the first 2 drives between each team, but then we'll see a little bit. Kind of get to some of the better moments. We got a handoff right here to Bucky Irvin, and we got about 4. Okay, we got a 3rd and 6 after Bucky Irvin can't go anywhere. Let's go. Baker, can you be clutch? Okay, looks like we got, I think that's Mike Evans in motion. Baker looking, still rolling, caught it. That's Tyreek Hill at the 50, well, the 48. All right, we got a 3rd and 6, man. They're struggling to get every yard they can get. Here we go. I don't know who that is in motion. I can't really tell right now. But I think that's Jonnu Smith. But Baker looking, throwing, first down. Cade Otton. They're moving the chains. It's just taking them forever to get to the first down. Baker Mayfield versus Brock Purdy is like game manager versus game manager. It's gonna be a fight for every yard this entire game, I'm assuming. Here we go, 2nd and 1. Baker looking, throwing across the middle. Tyreek Hill is wide open. Y'all gotta guard him. Into the red zone we go. You got 13 yards to go, Baker. That's it. Just 13 yards, man. Come on. Here we go. He looking, throwing across the middle. Hey, somebody better get that across the middle. Somebody better go over there. Okay, we got a 1st and goal here. Baker from the 3. Why we in shotgun? Why we throwing it? Well, I guess that's why we're throwing it. Oh, he didn't get it. He didn't get in bounds. All right, see, that's why we should have ran it. That's why we run it on the goal line. But hold on, we finna challenge it. All right, Tampa Bay. Let's see what y'all got. Let's see. I'm gonna call this one. Let's see. Let's look at the feet. He got that. What are the refs looking at? The refs are blind even in game, bro. He got it. Look at the toes. Look at it. Bro, he dragged it for 17 yards. Yeah, that's a touchdown. Come on, give it to him. There you go. All right. Let's go. Team California, Brock Purdy. Can you lead the charge? Can you answer Team Florida? And that's a dart right there. That's a dart. Who caught that? Is that Ayuk? No, that's Devontae Adams. All right. Okay, 2nd and 4 after a Kyron Williams run for 6. And we're looking Brock Purdy going to throw in. That is going to be Puka Nacua with a 1st down catch. Okay, 2nd and 7. Yeah, I formation. We got Kyron Williams in the backfield. We're going to play action to Kyron Williams. Going to throw it across the middle to Tyler Higbee with the catch. All right, Tyler Higbee, get you some too. All right, here we go. Play action to Christian McCaffrey rolling out. Brock Purdy throwing on the run, caught by Devontae Adams? Question mark? No, that's Brandon Ayuk right there. That's Brandon Ayuk. They're moving the ball so officially down the field. I don't even know who's catching the ball anymore. Everybody has caught a pass, man. Here we go inside the red zone at the 10-yard line. Brock Purdy dropping back. Look, he got pressure in his face. That's Josh Hines Allen. All right, so went from the 10-yard line to the 19 in the 2nd and goal. So no 1st down for you, Chargers. Come on, Brock Purdy got to lead the charge. Empty set. Looking. Oh, pressure coming again. Oh, he's going to scramble. Is anybody there to stop him? And just at the last second, he does get somebody there. Tyke Smith gets on the slide down. 3rd and goal from the 4. I'm assuming you're throwing it here. You're in shotgun set. Okay, we got Kittle in motion on the outside. Here we go. Purdy looking across to the end zone. Touchdown. Brandon Ayuk. I thought he was going to throw it across the middle to Kittle because he looked open. But Brandon Ayuk, touchdown on the corner for the end zone, would do just fine. And that's going to be a touchdown for Team Cali, Team Florida. Can you respond? Oh, hold on. Whoa. That's a touchdown? All right. Oh, see, even I questioned it. So now we got to look and see if this is a touchdown. Hold on. I knew I wasn't crazy. Let me see. Look at this. Hold on. Oh, man. I don't know. Give me another angle. Okay. Oh, he touched the pylon, but he also, and the ball didn't cross either. But it's going to stay in. All right. And he did hit the pylon, though. Okay, here we go with Team Florida back on it, man. Y'all let me know. Who's your favorite player that plays on the Florida team? Come on, man. Y'all let me know in the comment section as we throw it out to Tyreek Hill, which probably going to be a lot of y'all answers. He broke you off that tackle, and he gets hammered right there. But who is that? I can't tell. Khalil Mack just laying the boom. And now we got a 2nd and 11 coming up right here. And as we're closing in towards the end of the 1st quarter, man. Baker, you got to move the ball. Here we go. Baker looking. Oh, my God. They got in there so quick. My goodness. All right, 3rd and 17. Don't tell me this is about to turn into what I think it should be, which is a Team California blowout. But here we go, Baker. You know he loves to launch it. Oh, my. What the? That he caught that? That looked like it was a bad pass. But all right. 4th and 3, they're going to have to punt it. Well, let me flip the question on the other end. What is your favorite player that plays on a team in California? As Brock Purdy draws back. Looking, and he's getting pressured by Vita Vea. He gets the ball away just in time. All right, 3rd and 10 at the incomplete pass. Are both teams going to stall out here? Is Team Florida defense going to step up to make up for the offense? And it looks like it's going to be a no as Brandon Ayuk finds an open space across the middle on the logo. Dead set at the 50. Okay, we got another 3rd down here. Brock Purdy shotgun, sending Kittle in motion across the formation, sending them back. And we got to throw to Christian McCaffrey. He stays in bounds. 1st down. All right. All right, we got a 2nd and 4 here. Closing back into the red zone, on the 28-yard line. as we hand it off to Christian McCaffrey with an open hole. He gets inside the red zone, down at the 19, first down, Team Cali. This looks like a running formation. Are we handing this off to Christian McCaffrey? Nope, we're going to drop back and throw it, and we're going to get it caught by Davante Adams. They're cooking up right now. Okay, we've actually watched the whole first quarter. Here we go in the second quarter. First and goal for the Chargers. Brock Purdy throwing it to McCaffrey. That was a terrible setup. Don't take that out the playbook. Now we got second and goal in front of 12. You know, they're going backwards once they get to the goal line again. Let's see how they manage it this time. Brock Purdy, play action, and oh my God, Josh Hines Allen again, flying again. And now we got third and goal from the 20. Oh no, X Factor engaged. X Factor engaged. Here we go, third and goal. Will Josh Allen make his presence felt again? And he does, and he gets the sack again, striking him back to the 30. Oh man, they're gonna probably take a field goal here, and we'll get into the sim. All right, they did take a field goal, so let's go ahead and start simulating a little bit. Let's go ahead and try to get towards like the fourth quarter, you know what I'm saying? You know, where it gets to some of the crucial moments, you know, and it's still only 10-7. We're heading into halftime. Hold on now. Hold on. And Team Florida with the ball. They do tie it up before halftime. We got a 2-minute drill, and the Chargers actually go down and get no points. They get no points. They must have had no timeouts or something like that. Here we go. Okay, Team Florida does score. Here comes Team California. They're taking a field goal. All right, let's get a little bit closer. Come on now, let's get a little bit closer. All right. Let's hop in right here to see if Team Cali can get some kind of momentum here before we get too late. You know what I'm saying? I wanna get some gameplay. All right, here we go. Hand off to McCaffrey, and he's not gonna get those 3 yards, and it's gonna be another field goal for Team California coming up. Well, never mind. They actually just fullback dived it. So let's hop in and see if they get a score here then. All right, first and 10, empty set for Brock Purdy. Josh Allen is still in the zone because we haven't been watching him. And oh my God, he could have easily just threw a pick right there. That was Jalen Ramsey's side too. Why would you do that? Second and 10. Their red zone offense has been atrocious in this video. So here we go, Brock Purdy again, looking, throwing towards the side, and he get it caught. Who is that? Is that Davante? Of course it's Davante, man. One of the best to ever do it, man. Davante Adams on 2 people, man. What a dive. What precision by Brock Purdy for that touchdown, man. They needed that too. All right, let's see what Team Florida can do. Let's see if they can get down the field, and they did not. They did not. All right, let's go. All right, Team Cali is going to run out the clock, and there goes the Team Cali versus Team Florida game. It was closer than I thought it was going to be. You know, I thought Team Cali would have dominated, but Team Cali does get the win. The Rams, the Chargers, and 49ers combined is better than the Jaguars, Buccaneers, and Dolphins. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? You know what I'm saying? Team Florida did put up a great effort, man, but today goes to Team California, man. Cali, West Coast, stand up. Where you at, man? I live on the east, man. So I'm not from Florida, but I live on the east, so that sucks. That we losing out to the west again. You know what I'm saying? But here we go. Here's a look at the stats. Brock Purdy had a great day. Baker threw a pick somewhere down there, and that probably cost him. Yeah, there's no running at all happening here. Receiving wise, you know, Davante Adams did great. Yeah, you see right here, Ayuk had a touchdown. Sacks. Dang, we giving up sacks on sacks in this game. Dang, man. All right, here go to the tackle leaders. I'm not finna go through each and individual one right here. Tackles for loss, we got 4 for Josh Hines Allen, who had 4.5 sacks as well. So yeah, he was a problem. I don't know what Team California O-line was looking like, but he was just whooping them. He was whipping that right tackle, man. We did get a pick from Diane Henley, which obviously we did see. That was the pick that Baker had to throw. There was no forced fumbles. There were no fumble recoveries, of course. No blocked field goals, no safeties, no defensive touchdowns. Both of the kickers perfect on the extra points, perfect for their field goals. There was a total of 7 punts. No kick return stuff, a little bit of punt return stuff. And then, yeah, that's it, man. If y'all want to see me do this with 2 other states, y'all want to see this with, I don't know, the Pennsylvania Steelers and Eagles combining, and then like the Browns and Bengals or something like that, y'all let me know and I'll bring that to you. But y'all go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, man. And this is Izayah, and I'm going to see you in the next one.